Hi, my name is RMerritt, and I'm going to share with you an iJot reflection on authoring technical curriculum that is my personal creative project. The first thing I'd like to do is show you a PCP. We're going to come back and look at this artifact in a minute, but I have a flowchart here that outlines an all-new process for training dealer technicians in an environment where a manufacturer is supporting those dealers. So let me share with you that a common challenge in my private industrial teaching career is how curriculum is developed for one type of machine and how that curriculum then interfaces with other machinery we also build. What I want to do is create a framework of ongoing discipline that will make innovation a part of this process to adapt to changes on the machine and to changes in the culture of the business. What this journey was like, considering from the inception of the idea to the completion of the project, I thought about doing it on a personal hobby or family things, and ultimately I settled on a work issue I'm having, and due to the fact that I've been suffering with the negative impact of not having any process like this, all of this preparation and authoring seemed like a key highlight to the journey at first. I was very excited about it and positive and exhilarated. Then as I got into it and saw the magnitude of it, I was overwhelmed. Some of the design elements were so good and so useful that I began to anticipate a successful completion. And now I'm wondering how to get managers involved in it at the same level of understanding as I am. So that's where the artifact comes in. The third question is from viewing this Sternberg video on the triarchic theory of intelligence. Which creative thinking type does this move to? And the one that I think this plan relates to is practical intelligence, because there's a couple of these elements are in common use every day in training development, but in the manufacturing environment, nobody's done anything like what I'm proposing. So it's pretty involved, and it involves a lot of people. That's going to be the key element. This project having never been done before, for question 4, it is new, it's innovative, but let me frame it for you so you understand what it is. Kind of takes Bruner's concept of curriculum construction and applies it to curriculum development process in a manufacturing environment. And then we go into creating a new process for comparing those classes that are created in a hierarchy so that there's no overlap of the curriculum components. So that saves the dealer money, because if there's no overlap, then the technician only has to go to class one time. For every day that a technician leaves the dealership and they lose his revenue and have to pay his salary and transport him to a class, they lose about $2,000 of revenue. So this is big money, and if we can save them 2 or 3 days a year, then maybe they'll send the second guy in line, the less skilled technician. Maybe more people will get trained. So that's the hidden benefit to this whole thing. So kind of all new and unheard of in private training, but revenue rules the day. So the cost savings may be what really sells this program. The last question was, what area of creative growth does your project reflect? Fluency, flexibility, originality, elaboration, or risk-taking. And I think there is a lot of flexibility element exhibited in the timeline elements, but the entire project is a new and very involved process, so I would say it's elaboration. So let me share with you the program. Let me get the artifact back up, and we'll talk about how it's intended to work. The elements, as you see them here, are the curriculum stakeholders right here, what I call the discipline of the group, the authors right here that are making the actual presentation materials. The team curriculum would be a manager, an instructor, and one of the developers from this team. And then mediated instruction would be people that pilot the class for you, like internal people that know the product very well. And then instructed class or classroom instruction right here is the actual dealer people. So you'll notice these arrows, these pipelines up. Some of them have double tip arrows back and forth, and some of them don't. And we're going to receive the feedback from the students, and it'll go all the way back to stakeholders. Everybody will have that feedback from the students. And then, and this is an innovative part, the instructors will actually have an input in the curriculum team. So this will be done annually, and certainly it'll be done right after the class is written. So it should stay current. So thank you for letting me share this with you. And that is the